Hello, I'm Julia Lynam, welcoming you to DanceWise, which is a program exploring how the movement arts, especially dance, can be used to help with trauma release. Today, I'm talking with Maureen Atkins, who lives in Ben Lomond, California. Maureen is a circle dance teacher and a marriage and family therapist, but she's also, as you've just heard, a musician, and she plays this most beautiful of traditional instruments, the harp. So while Maureen doesn't yet use the harp in her therapeutic work, she has a lot to tell us about how music can heal and about the benefits of both playing and listening to beautiful music. So, hello, Maureen, and welcome to DanceWise. Let's start by perhaps you telling us a little bit about the harp in general, your harp in particular, and how you've come to play this beautiful instrument.
Well, it happened that I was at a concert. It was where I lived, and I was visiting some friends that were camping up there, and one of my friends said, let's go to the ceremony. So we went to the ceremony, and there was this group called Golden Bough, and they were playing traditional Irish music, and it was a harp and a guitar and a fiddle player. And I don't know if it spoke to my own roots because I have Irish blood in me, but I was just like drawn to it just like that. I don't know what it was, but it just got my attention. And I decided at that point that I wanted to take up the harp. I mean, it happened just that rapidly. And so I talked to my friend who is a harper, and she's professional, and she recommended a teacher, and I started taking lessons. So that's how I started with it. And I think it's my love of Irish music that really did it for me.
Does your harp have a name?
Yeah, it does. So this is Ethel. I named her Ethel. Before Ethel, I got a smaller one, and she's Sandy. She's a lot smaller. But as I got more, it was really clear to me that I really loved playing. I decided I wanted something with the full range. So I had her made. It took about 9 months, actually. I mean, just yeah. The guy made it.
She was custom made for you.
Yeah. I saw this another performer at another festival, and he also built at the time he was building harps. I think they're called Luthers. Anyway, he made me this harp. So I picked out the wood, and yeah.
Oh, what kind of wood is it?
I'm not really sure. I don't remember anymore, but I like the light colors.
It looks beautiful.
So combination. I really do. I think it's a very attractive instrument, and yeah, she's my companion for sure.
Could you talk to us a bit about the therapeutic value of playing music and listening to music as well?
Well, for me, I derive great pleasure out of playing it. It's very enjoyable. It's so interesting because people will tell me how much it will relax them, but for me, it energizes me to play. So I have to be really careful that I don't play late at night on a work night because I will not stop. But what has been reported to me over the years from people is how much it relaxes them. And that's good information because sometimes we artists, we can be a little critical of ourselves, and we don't feel like we measure up. Well, that's just throw that out the window. People will tell me, how much they enjoy it and how much it relaxes them, especially in situations where it's a busy place. And like I did this one program, I was at the entranceway where people were checking in, and the staff were really appreciative because they were very stressed out, and it helped them to do their job. So
Did it take you a long time to get to the point of being able to play in public?
yeah, it did, kind of, because I'm pretty shy. But again, you know, when you find that thing that really draws you, like with the dance certainly did for me, and then being able to apply that same idea to something else that I really love to do, it took a lot of my own inner work, and then also feedback from friends. Because what's really interesting is that when I play, the music goes out. So it's like it goes out to the people, and then the people report back to me. And I recently had an opportunity to get recorded, and the guy who recorded me had me wear headphones, and so I was able to hear myself. And he actually had me play with like some rap music. It was really interesting because it was this kind of juxtaposition between the harp, you know, and this rap music. And I just like improv, but I could hear myself, and I was blown out of the water. I mean, I was like, oh my goodness, I didn't know I sounded so good. You know, so.
That sounds beautiful, and I would absolutely love to hear that. Maybe we'd be able to get a clip of that recording to add to our DanceWise video. I'm thinking about the whole idea of playing music and how sometimes people are reluctant to learn an instrument. Maybe they think it's going to be a little difficult, but I think that sometimes people are reluctant because they feel that they have to be perfect, and that I think this is the tyranny of recorded music, that the music that we tend to hear tends to have been recorded and edited and made perfect. So unless we hear a lot of live music or impromptu music or music within families and friends, it may be difficult to realize that it doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be heartfelt.
Exactly. And you just reminded me of a story. So when I was doing my undergrad, and I was at that time, it was before I was even thinking about like getting into therapeutic work, but it was liberal arts with concentration in dance. And I was taking this one class called Dances for All Bodies and Abilities, but we did a performance. And my job in the performance was to play music as each dancer went across the stage. So I literally like clapped eyes on my colleagues and watched and played what I thought they were doing. So it was just constant. It was so organic. It was really wonderful to be able to do that. Or I did it for the graduation ceremony with the two women that were singing harmonies. And I just kind of like, we just blended. We had one get together where we rehearsed, and it was like, that's all we needed. Because sometimes people have a tendency to overdo. I have a tendency to like over rehearse. And I've learned that I need to really let go of that. So it's that perfectionism that can really mess our minds up. And there's like, yeah, there's no music police that's going to come in and arrest me. Nobody's going to throw tomatoes at me.
Well, Maureen, it's an absolutely beautiful instrument, and I'm going to ask you in a couple of minutes to play us out. But before we do that, I just wanted to give you an opportunity to say anything else that is coming to mind that you want to talk about with respect to the music and its influence on the human body and soul.
Absolutely. So this just happened just a couple of weeks ago. I have this little instrument. It's just toning chimes. It's three little sounds, like a low one, a middle one, and a high one. I wish I had it to show you, demonstrated, but I left it at the office. But I had this new patient, and just getting to know her and listening to like what she liked, and she was interested in movement arts, and I said, would you like to try something? And I got out my little toner, and she said yes. And I did when I begin a session, I like to do the high one, the middle one, the low one, and held the silence, and it brought tears to her eyes.
Oh,
it really did. She started crying. It was like, because she's really done with like her issue. She wants to just move on. And so we talked a little bit more, but it was so like instrumental. Okay, it's a pun, right? But it was so apropos to helping her to move that trapped feeling and to get it out. And then when she left, I did the one, the middle one, and the high one to like let her, like we're
really.
time to go. It's like boom, session's over and out we go. And in a gentle way, though. It's not like I was smacking the thing.
So just very, very simple. 3 notes down and 3 notes up.
That's it. So sometimes it's like less than more is more. Less is more.
Well, that is a beautiful story, Maureen. And with that, I'm going to ask you to play us out again on Ethel, your beautiful harp.
Yeah.